शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, सदन गजवदन विनायक, सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सब लायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सब लायक, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गणपति जगवंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, विद्या वारिधि बुद्धि प्रदाता, विद्या वारिधि बुद्धि विधाता, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, जगवंदन, मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोरे, मांगत तुलसीदास कर जोरे, बस ही राम सिय मानस मोरे, बस ही राम सिय मानस मोरे, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गणपति जगवंदन। गजानना हे गजानना गजानना हे गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना एकदंत गजानना अनेक दंता विज्ञानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना सूक्ष्म नेत्र गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पाहि पाहि गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना पार्वती नंदा गजानना
So, Namaskar again, everyone. So, have you all decided after hearing all these bhajans what is the topic for today? What festival is upcoming? Now, we did a lot of Ganesh bhajans, right? But we always do Ganesh bhajans first, and now is the start of the Satsang because Ganesh is also known as Prathama Puja, which means he is worshipped first. So, but can you also guess a hint? Because we did a lot of Ganesh bhajans and only Ganesh bhajans. So the upcoming festival is known as Ganesh Utsav, and it's become very popular here in Trinidad in recent years. So what is Ganesh Utsav? Ganesh Utsav is celebrating the birth of Lord Ganesh. So let's take these words. What is Ganesh and what is Utsav? So Ganesh, we know him as the elephant-headed one. Ganesh means the lord of the Ganas actually, which means the lord of the different types of people. And Utsav means a festival. So this is the festival celebrating the birth of Lord Ganesh. So Ganesh Utsav is celebrated in the Hindu month of Bhadrapad. So currently we are in the month of Bhadrapad. Now another word for Ganesh Utsav, another term we use is Ganesh Chaturthi. So what does Chaturthi mean? Chaturthi is the fourth day after the new moon in this case. So the new moon is actually today. So today would be the new moon. And Ganesh Utsav, Ganesh Chaturthi would be 4 days after the new moon. So today is Thursday. We have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday would be when Ganesh Chaturthi is. So the whole Ganesh Utsav festival, it would start on Monday. Now, Ganapati, he was born in the first prahar of the night. And what that means is the first 3 hours after sunset. Ganesh Utsav was, as we currently celebrate it, is a 10-day festival. So it would start this Monday and it would end in the next week. And this, as we know it, the 10 days festival was, as it was originally celebrated when it was revived by somebody called Bal Gangadhar Tilak. He was a freedom fighter in India, and at the time, during colonial times in India, there was a ban on Hindu gatherings and Hindu festivals to suppress the population. So Ganesh Utsav was celebrated by him so that we could reunite the pride in being Indian and being a Hindu, and to go against the ban on the suppression of Hindus. So Ganesh Utsav is a celebration of how Ganesh was born and his birth. So let's look at how he was born. So to do that, we'll be looking at the Shiva Purana. So we'll take this verse in the Shiva Purana. In this verse, Brahma is speaking to Narada and telling him about the greatness of Lord Ganesha and his leelas, his birth leela. Brahmovacha kalpabhedat Ganeshasya janif prokta vidhe parat shanidrishtam shira chitna sanchitam jagamananam. So in this verse, Lord Brahma is saying, because of the difference in kalpas, there are several stories of the birth of Lord Ganesh. So a kalpa is like a cycle of time. So we have in astrological time we have 4 yugas. These are called Satyayuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. And these 4 yugas, they cycle over and over. So there's a repeat of certain events with slight variations every time these events are repeated. So Lord Brahma here is saying that there are different variations of these stories of Lord Ganesha in the different kalpas. But he's also saying that one time, because of Saturn looking at Lord Ganesha, his head was cut off and it had to be replaced with the head of an elephant. But that was in a different kalpa. Currently, we are in the kalpa of the Shweta kalpa. So, Lord Brahma here is going to narrate the event of the story of the birth of Lord Ganesha in this present kalpa to Narada here. And in this case, as you may know, Lord Shiva had himself cut off the head of Lord Ganesha. So, let's look at the whole background story to why Ganesh was born. So there was a time that Lord Parvati was taking a bath, and she, Lord Shiva, her husband, was in the same house as her, and he walked in and while she was taking a bath, and of course she would have felt a little shy, a little embarrassed seeing him. So Lord Parvati, um, upon advice from her maids, she was thinking that she should get her own guard, somebody to look out for her. So if Lord Shiva is coming, or anybody is coming, because if Lord Shiva came, maybe one of his attendants might have came too, and then they would have also probably walked in. You never know. So so Parvati's maids was telling Mother Parvati that she should get her own guard. And eventually, there was a time she did not get a guard, and Lord Shiva again walked in on Parvati, and then she started taking this suggestion more seriously. So this is like something, she got advice from her mates, but she did not take it too seriously, and we could take a lesson from this. So like for example, personally, I hear something from somebody, right? Like for example, they tell me don't eat late in the night, but I don't take it too seriously. I kept eating on late in the night, and then see, this is what happened here, eating late in the night, and now I'm taking it more seriously when it's a little too late. Another example, right? I've always been told don't drive while sleepy, it could cause an accident and stuff. But sometimes I'm going somewhere and I'm coming late back in the night after work, for example, and I am slightly dozing off on the highway, but nothing ever happened. So in my mind, I was thinking it's okay, and I never heeded anyone's advice. But recently, I slept away and I hit the median. Not any bad accident, but still it happened. So we should always take advice as precautionary measures and not wait till it's too late. So let's come back to the katha now. So Lord Shiva walked in on Mother Parvati while she was taking a bath again, and she felt very shy. So then she decided that she should make her own guard. And what she did is she took some dirt out of her body, and then she carved a human figure, a nice human figure. So we see that that these murti makers, they carve these nice, beautiful murtis. And if these are human murti makers who have only a few years of skill, what can we think about Jagadamba, the mother of the universe? She and her artistic skills, she made this beautiful human being that was free of all defects. The limbs of the body were beautiful and of a big size, and it looked graceful and immensely valorous. Then it was clad with the best of costumes and adorned with the best of ornaments, and she gave the best blessings to him. And she said these words to him: Matputrastvam madiyosi nanya kaschid ihasti me eva muktasya purusho namaskritya shivam jagau. She said to him, you are my son, you belong to me, and there is no one else could be called as mine except you. And at these words of Mother Parvati, he bowed in reverence to her and he praised her. And immediately, Lord Ganesh, well, at this moment, he was not known as Lord Ganesh. He was not given a name as yet. But just for reference, I'll keep saying Lord Ganesh so you would know who Lord Ganesh is. And Lord Ganesh said, Kim karyam vidyate tejya karavami tavoditam ityukta satada tena pratyuvacha sutam Shiva. What is your task for me today, O Mother? which should be performed by me at your command. And he asked Mother Parvati this. And Mother Parvati replied that no one should enter my house without my command, even forcibly. And she gave him a stick to guard the house. So he will be her guard. So in case Bhagwan Shiva is coming into the house, there would be someone to stop him, so she can have a time to relax and do anything that she needs to do. Or even any other servant, she has a guard in case of any trouble. So after giving him this command, she went to take a bath. And again, soon after, Lord Shiva came. But without recognizing who Lord Shiva was, Ganesh, he refused entry to Lord Shiva and he raised his stick. Now, Lord Shiva kept saying who he was, and he said that he was the husband of Parvati, he was the owner of this house, he shared this house, asking to get into the house. It's like if you leave and then and you come back to your home and then you just see someone there and they're telling you, no, you can't come in your house. What would you tell them? You tell them this is your house, you're the owner of the house, the person inside is your wife, and try and give reasons to get into the house. But Lord Ganesh, he did not know all of this, so he did not believe it. And he was only given one instruction by Mother Parvati, which is to not let anyone inside the house without my command. So from this, we can learn some different lessons from this little story here. So let's take one little example here. So the first thing is the Lord is in our presence and we do not recognize him. The Lord is Sarva Vyapaka, he is all over. But when our minds are on things other than only focusing on the Lord, like for example, when I go to work or when I come home and I have to clean the house, or I might want to watch TV or do some little cooking, might forget to do sandhya or do puja or remember the Lord. Even though the Lord is all over all the time, in my mind, I just don't see it. So, in the same way, Bhagwan Shiva was present before Lord Ganesh, yet he could not recognize this. Now, another lesson we would see the effects of later on is how disobeying the Lord can lead to our detriment. So, we would see this again later on in the Katha. Another lesson we could take from this is how parents have a very important role in educating children. So we have to teach parents we have to teach children what is good and what is bad, who are good people and who are bad people. Because how would they know this? They see it by examples, yes, but we also have to teach them, especially in today's society, where there are so many bad elements and kidnappings and violence, and also there's very, very bad influences too, where people take drugs and they go down the wrong path. So we have to tell our children what is right from wrong and give them enough instructions. But in this case, Mother Parvati only gave one instruction to Lord Ganesh, which is to keep everyone out from the house. And another lesson we can learn from this is the importance of listening to one's parents and doing one's duty with full determination. And you can gain a lot, and we will see how this happens a little later on in the Katha. So let's get back directly into the Katha now. So after Lord Shiva refused entry, he didn't bother again because he tried telling Lord Ganesh so many different things of reasons why he should enter into the house, and Lord Ganesh didn't listen. So he decided he has servants, he has the gunners, so let's send the gunners and maybe they would get a reason for Lord Shiva to come in. and they can remove Lord Ganesh. So then the Ganas came, and they were trying to talk to Lord Ganesh and tell him, who are you? Where did you come from? Because they don't know who he was. They didn't see him before, and all of a sudden he just appeared here, and he's playing like he's the doorman. He decides who's coming in and who's not coming in. But they thought they are the door people because they were the servants of Lord Shiva. So that's their job. How did this random person come out from nowhere and he's just telling them they can't enter, no one can enter except who he chooses to enter? And they kept asking him questions over and over and over and over and over and trying to tell him to leave. But after a while, Lord Ganesh, he got fed up because they started threatening him and telling him, we are not killing you because we treat you as one of our own. You are a doorman just like us. So we will not kill you, but please leave. And threatening him, giving him all kinds of threats to try to get him to leave so Lord Shiva can enter. But Lord Ganesh, with his full determination on the words of Mother Parvati, did not leave, did not budge from that spot, did not let anyone come in. And after receiving all these threats, he tried to send them away. And what he did, he started beating them with the stick that that Mother Parvati gave him. So, just like Lord Ganesh, we must be fearless in upholding our dharma, and we must do our dharma to our fullest extent. And we can see this as well in the Bhagavad Gita. The whole Bhagavad Gita was written between Bhagwan Krishna was speaking to Arjuna to get Arjuna to stop being fearful and depressed after seeing his cousins on the battlefield and fight for his duty, stand up for his rights and fight for his duty. So in the same way here, Ganesh was doing his duty to his full power and no one could enter the house. So then what happened now? The Ganas, they realized they're not getting through. So they went back to Bhagwan Shiva to ask him what to do, because Bhagwan Shiva wants to enter the house, but Ganesh isn't letting them. The Ganas weren't successful in getting him to leave by diplomacy. And then the diplomacy became heated words, and they still were not successful. So then what happened? Bhagwan Shiva said to engage in a war, to fight Lord Ganesh and forcibly remove him. So the Ganas, what they did, they followed the hierarchy of the situation. They didn't just go and, because he wasn't letting them in, they just decided to attack him. No, they followed the hierarchy and they went to Lord Shiva, who gave permission, and then they went to attack. So we could take situations like that in our life as well too. We need to follow the correct hierarchy to raise problems to supervisors before we escalate the problem and go and spread gossip and say bad talk the organizations or anything. We should follow our hierarchy to try and rectify the situation. In the same way, the Ganas, they went to their lord, which was Lord Shiva, to try to rectify the situation. And then now, Lord Shiva told them to engage in the war. So what they did? They listened to their leader. They went to Lord Ganesh and they started to fight. But then what happened now is Lord Ganesh, by the grace of Mother Parvati, his creator, he defeated them. He beat them up and he beat them bad. And they became so frightened at seeing Lord Ganesh. It's stated here in the Shiva Puran that they were like a deer seeing a lion. They were so frightened, they started to run frantically and run away. And at that time, he was looking as dreadful as Kal time at Pralay, at the time of dissolution. So the time when everything in the universe is totally destroyed, that is how fearful and fearsome that Lord Ganesh was looking to these Ganas. And they were so frightened, and they went back to Lord Shiva in their fright. And then what happened after this? is Vishnu, Narada, Indra, and many other devas. And they came to Lord Shiva and they asked him what was going on, why are we seeing all of this? Then Lord Shiva narrated the story to them, and he asked Lord Brahma to go and convince Lord Ganesh. Now what happened? When we think of Lord Brahma, what do we think of? We think of someone with many heads. We think of someone old, someone with a long beard, a long mustache. And this person, Lord Brahma, went to Ganesh and was trying to convince him that he should leave and let Lord Shiva into the house. But what did Lord Ganesh do? Lord Brahma didn't come physically to try and fight him, but he was trying to speak to him. So Lord Ganesh, he was fed up of all this. He was just fighting the Ganas before they were teasing him, giving him threats. And then this old man with a long beard comes and a long mustache comes. So what did Lord Ganesh do? He took his beard and he pulled it, and his mustache, and pulled it, trying to pull it out. So he pulled his head all over. So that's a lesson for some people who like to have these long beards. Never know when Lord Ganesh might come and pull it. So Lord Brahma, he begged Lord Ganesh, I didn't come here to fight you, I just came here to relay this message, to try and get Lord Shiva back into his house. And he's sorry, and Lord Brahma went now. He didn't like the pulling of his beard too much. So then Lord Shiva now, he became enraged because even Lord Brahma couldn't get through to convincing Lord Ganesh to let him come in. So he sent the bhutas, the pisach, the ghosts and the spirits and even Lord Kartikeya to come and fight. And Mother Parvati, although she was taking her bath, she would have heard all of this fighting going on. And so she sent one of her maids to go and see what was happening. And the maid saw what was happening, and she came back to Mother Parvati and narrated the story to her. And Mother Parvati got so enraged. Why can't I have my own privacy? Why? And she sent two Shaktis, two of her powers in physical form to help Lord Ganesh in the battle. And these Shaktis were helping Lord Ganesh. They were just eating all the weapons. One of them had a big mouth and was just eating all the weapons. Another one was just taking the same weapons and sending them back at the gunners and whoever was firing the weapons at them. And this huge war happened. Even this war was so great that the Apsaras, the celestial dancers, and Narada, they came to watch this war going on. So it is not only in Trinidad we see something going on and we like to follow. Even the Devas and the Apsaras and Narada as well, they were doing this. And what happened? The earth was shaking so much that the mountains started cracking due to this war. And this war was so one-sided as well. There was Ganesh and the two Shaktis, and there was all of the Devas fighting against him, and the Ganas. And Lord Ganesh, he was still so powerful due to this devotion to Mother Parvati that he due to this devotion to Mother Parvati that he kept on fighting them, and all of the Ganas and the Devas, they again ran away. Everyone except Lord Kartikeya left. And then what happened is Bhagwan Shiva himself, he heard the news and he got so furious by this. How could my servants not defeat this one boy who just came out of nowhere? And he himself left for battle with Bhagwan Vishnu and with some others following him. And then Narada, he came to Lord Shiva and he told him that he should kill this little boy, to restore the confidence of all of these all of the gunners and his servants. And so Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu was fighting with this little boy, and both of them fighting this little boy, and they still could not defeat him. And in their minds, they were thinking, they have to defeat him by some means of deceit. How is he so good? And while Lord Ganesh was fighting with Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva came and he used his Trishul and cut off his head. So upon seeing this now, Lord Narad Muni, the same Narad who just told Lord Shiva that he should kill Ganesh, he went to Mother Parvati and he told Mother Parvati what had happened. And he told Mother Parvati that she should do something to restore the confidence of her and her maids, and she should not compromise on what she is doing. So you see how Narad and Mother Parvati, she became furious. And Lord Mother Parvati is the Shakti of the universe, the power of the whole universe. And with her fury, she released that Shakti and started dissolving the whole universe, destroying everything, killing people, killing everything, destroying the whole universe. And now, everyone, all living beings in the universe, including the Rishis, the Munis, the Devas, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, everybody saw what is happening and realized that the universe might come to an end that is too soon for it to happen. And what they did, they went to Mother Parvati and started praying, begging for forgiveness of what they did. They realized what happened. But Mother Parvati, again, listening to what Narada said, she said that she will not stop the destruction until her son is brought back to life and becomes loved by those same very people who wanted to kill him and fought against him. And what happened is Lord Shiva sent his gunners to find a living animal. They went in the northern direction and they found an elephant, and they took the head of the elephant, and Lord Shiva attached it to Lord Ganesh, and through his powers as Bhagwan Shiva, the head was attached to the body, and he breathed life into Lord Ganesh. And the head was attached and brought back to life, and it seemed like if he only just went to sleep, and then he just woke up with this new form, the form that we know of Lord Ganesh. And after hearing this, after this now, everyone started praising Lord Ganesh, and to fulfill the second part of the wish of Mother Parvati, they crowned him the Lord of the Gunners, the Lord of the people, the same different types of people who were fighting him. He now became the Lord of the Gunners, and that is how he got the name Ganesh. Ganesh means the Lord of the Gunners. Also Ganapati. Ganapati means the Lord of the Gunners. And Mother Parvati blessed him that he would be the one to be worshipped first in pujas. So that is how he becomes Prathama Puja, and we always worship Lord Ganesh first. And she said that whoever worships him with sindoor, with flowers, with chandan, with perfume, with food, arti, tambulam, dakshina, and does pradakshina for him, they would attain siddhis, which are some different powers in different goals that you can get in yogas. So during this festival, during Ganesh Utsav, what we do Shodash Upachar Puja for Lord Ganesh every day. You worship him using these same items that Mother Parvati blessed him with. And after this, Lord Ganesh did pranam to Shiva, Mother Parvati, Vishnu and Brahma, the same people who were trying to fight him. He remained humble, and he asked for, he did pranam for them. So we too, no matter how much, if I get power, I become the Lord of everybody. might think I'm the Lord, why do I have to still do pranams? But Lord Ganesh, he still, although he is now Ganapati, the Lord of the Ganas, he still did pranams to all of these people. And then he was further blessed by Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh that he would become the remover of obstacles. So that is, we know Lord Ganesh now as the remover of obstacles, or Vignaharita, the destroyer of obstacles, or Vignesh, the lord of obstacles, who he could also put obstacles in your path to help you on your spiritual path as well. So he was blessed by Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh to do this, and they also blessed him that he would be the one to be worshipped first. And so this is why we do we invite Lord Ganesh into our homes for Ganesh Utsav. We worship him for 10 days. And then what happens now? On the final day, we have Visarjan. Visarjan, sometimes we go to Manzanilla, we might go to a pond, we might go to Karanaj, different places. But the main idea is we take that same murti of Lord Ganesh and we immerse it in water. And it dissolves away into the water. And now this represents the cycle of birth and death. Every year, we that same clay that would have been dissolved away in the water, that clay would have gone all over the place, and maybe it would come back, and some of that clay again would form again into the same body, the same murti that we would use for Lord Ganesh, and this cycle repeats over and over, just like the cycle of birth and death. And this is the final step in Ganesh Utsav, the Visarjan of Lord Ganesh. So with that, we'll have another bhajan for Lord Ganesh.
Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Gauri Ganesh, Uma Mahesh, Parvati Nandan, Shri Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Sharanam Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Shivanandana Ganapati Ganesh, Gauri गजानना हे गणपति देवा गजानना हे गणपति देवा जय 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 गणपति देवा जय 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 गणपति देवा माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा माता पार्वती पिता महादेवा गजानना हे गणपति देवा गजानना हे गणपति देवा जय 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 गणपति देवा जय 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 गणपति देवा गजानना हे गजानना गजानना हे गजानना गजानना हे गणपति देवा गजानना हे गणपति देवा गजानना हे गणपति देवा
And now we will complete tonight's satsang with closing mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om